and welcome! Ariana and I are so excited that you are here for our second web show, The Moment for Change, Creating Our Best Lives. And today we have Kristin Lajeunesse with us, and she is the creator extraordinaire of Will Travel for Vegan Food. So Ariana, you and I are so excited to have Kristin here.
Welcome, Kristin. It's so great to have you.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
So Kristin
your blog is fantastic, and I love your adventure. It's inspiring me.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kristin has been on quite the adventure. It was 18 months, right, on the road in a van, going to different vegan restaurants?
That's right, yeah. I started in 2011, and actually I kind of started 6 to 8 months before that. When I got the idea to attempt to eat at every vegan restaurant in the country, finally putting that in motion, as crazy as everyone told me it was, meant leaving my 9-to-5 job, starting some businesses off of my computer, working remotely, and selling all of my belongings, doing a Kickstarter project to raise money, purchasing a vehicle, getting that renovated, building a bed in the back and everything. And yeah, so I finally got on the road in September of 2011, and I'm just wrapping things up now. It will have been a full 2 years this August.
Wow, that is such an amazing adventure. I'm just going to let the viewers know a little bit more about your background because I have your lovely bio here. So as Kristin mentioned, that she went from 9-to-5er to lifestyle designer, and she has taken her background in marketing and applied it directly to the things she loves most: food, travel, helping others discover ways in which they can do what they love for a living. On February 14th, 2011, she launched the first and only vegan wedding resource website, Rose Petals Vegan Weddings. While she was finding her entrepreneurial legs, she honed her communication skills working for the World Society for the Protection of Animals and her social media consulting skills with Vegan Mainstream. Before long, Kristin's entrepreneurial and traveling spirit grew stronger, and she left the traditional comforts behind on September 11th and hit the road on her epic, life-changing road trip across the country, which we just heard a little bit about. Will Travel for Vegan Food was born and has since blossomed into a growing business venture. She is currently working on a book about her road trip, and she's going to be making a TV appearance. So she's already super famous, so we're so excited that she's here. And she continues to stretch her entrepreneurial stride and helps others grow their business through social media and online marketing guidance. And inspiration.
Yes, totally is.
She is fantastic. So Ariana, do you want to go ahead and ask Kristin some questions that our viewers have?
For sure. So I think the first question is, a lot of people have this when they have this idea and turning it into reality. So I'm just curious, how did you get clear on your goal, and what was your first step in putting action towards it?
To be honest, there wasn't really a single moment where I felt I had full clarity. I just knew that I had this idea. I started reading some books and blogs about nomadic living, lifestyle design, and creating passive income, and that just really resonated with me. So I kind of started doing a lot of different things initially, starting the vegan wedding website, starting other blogs, just poking around in the online digital marketing world to see what would stick. And when this idea first came to me, it was just something that was really unresistible to me because I had been vegan for several years at that point. I was already that annoying friend taking pictures of her food when she was going out, and I always wanted to travel, but I had yet to actually do anything about it. So the idea to bring these two worlds together, the veganism and the travel, made a lot of sense, but I was never super clear because it just was this crazy idea. And anyone who I really talked to about it kind of did a pat me on the head, that's a cute idea, like that'll ever happen kind of a thing. But it was one of those things that I just couldn't stop thinking about, and I think because I was talking about it so much, eventually the pieces kind of started moving in that direction before I knew I was taking any actionable steps. But I will say that the first thing I did that really solidified the decision to move forward with this was purchasing the domain name for the website or the blog that I wanted to accompany the journey. And when I first, before I even had a website at all, I just purchased the name, Will Travel for Vegan Food, and for me, that's what it took to really like, all right, I can do this, I can do this.
Well, so now you were just talking about, this idea with your friends, patting you on the head and saying, oh, that's so nice. But so how did you deal with naysayers, and how did you deal with people who told you were pretty much crazy for having and pursuing this audacious, wild dream?
I definitely didn't have any kind of strategy. My conversations with those people changed depending on who they were, my family, my friends, and the feedback that I was getting from them. But I will say that I think my resolve to do it, I was just so enthusiastic about the concept that even some of the harshest criticism, which thankfully I didn't get anything awful, but even what I considered like hurtful or harshful didn't deter me at all, because I just thought it was such a fun, cool, interesting idea, and it just got to the point where I couldn't forget about, it just was always in the back of my mind. I bought the URL, started doing little things, reading more about living out of a van and things like that, and it just got more and more and more exciting. So I think for me, it was really just knowing in my gut that I wanted to do it so much that it didn't matter what anyone said.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
I think a lot of people are listening to your story and hearing their idea come to life, and they want to turn their dream into reality too. So I was just wondering if you have any advice for our viewers of how they can turn their dream into reality.
One thing that I've learned in starting both this adventure and other little projects that I've worked on is to start before you're ready, because you're never going to feel completely ready. So even if you have a little idea and not all of the details are ironed out, or if you're like me, like a little type A personality where you want to have your glowing website before you drive anyone there, it's never going to be what you want it to be from day one. So just go before you're ready.
I think that's an awesome tip, and Ariana and I are going to share a couple tips since we have been making our own dreams for a long time too. And I'm actually wearing a shirt in honor. I want to go to there. If you watch 30 Rock, you'll know what that means. And so one of the things I think is so important when you're creating a dream, and I see constantly on 6 Months to Live when people ask me, is that people stop too soon. They either don't start because they're not ready, or they try a few things and they get maybe, someone says, well, that's a stupid idea, and they don't let the idea overpower them like you did, Kristin, or like when I'm really excited about something, it is going to get done. Because for me, it's the question of not doing it is almost impossible, because I wake up and I see it, and I go to bed and I see it, and it's like I have to make this a reality, and it's just finding the way, and there is always, always a way. So keep going. Don't give up.
That's a great tip. I think the third one for me is connecting with people and reaching out, and don't be afraid. That's how I met you, Jackie. I mean, we were both WordPress bloggers, and we just connected through blogging. And this is how this whole thing started, is through people, just connecting and taking their dreams and sharing their stories with others. So I really encourage you to just go and talk and go out of your comfort zone and go and connect with other people, because you can't do it alone.
Yeah, it all started through the profile of perseverance.
Yeah, it's so true. I know, funny, yours is perseverance, mine is people, and yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, so thank you so much to everyone for watching and to learning a little bit more. Feel free to connect with each one of us. You can find Kristin at willtravelforveganfood.com. You can find me at 6monthstolive.me. And you can find Ariana at arianasrandomthoughts.com. So we look forward to having you next time. Please leave any comments in the YouTube section or on our Twitter or our Facebook. You can find us in a variety of ways, and we would love to help you make your dreams come true. So thank you so much to Kristin.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you to my co-host, Ariana.
Thank you, Jackie. This is awesome. Love doing this with you.
We have so much fun. Okay, and we will see you next time. Bye!